We are going to be joined next by Brewers Assistant General Manager Gord. Gord, welcome back to Appleton.
My pleasure to be here.
Well, I know fans would call it a quiet offseason for the Brewers. A couple of relievers signed in the trade with Baden Hop, but I'm sure you guys have been hard at work getting that roster ready for 2013.
Well, no question. We had felt a little less to do this year with the number of good young players that came up in August and September and did a good job for us. So, it is still busy, still trying to get players signed and all of those kind of things. So, quiet, yes, but still active, yes.
Yeah, that's one of the things, too. I know it is January, still a month to go before pitchers and catchers, so there's still a lot of time to, maybe add a player or two if you guys would like to that roster.
Yeah, I think we're pretty much done now. We've got 56 players coming into camp, which is one of the larger camps we've had, and a good number of that are pitchers, so there'll be a lot of competition on the pitching side. The thing that complicates this year's spring training is the World Classic, which will run just about in the middle of spring training, so we could have up to 14 players participate in that event, and that'll change the dynamic of our roster somewhat.
So how does that work when a player goes to that Baseball World Classic team from, innings pitch? Giovanni Gallardo pitching for Team Mexico this year. I'm sure, Brewer fans curious what his workload's going to be in that.
Yeah, it's all monitored and it's all regulated. They can only throw so many innings and so many times a week and those kind of things. So, they've done the best they could in terms of making sure that it's supervised and regulated. But, there's always a risk, and whether you're in the Brewer camp or in the Mexican camp or the Canadian camp or whatever other team that you're representing, injury is always part of the risk.
Gord, here in Appleton, a lot of Brewer fans excited about seeing some of the former Timber Rattlers starting to work their way into the major leagues, with Michael Fires. Willie Peralta was here a few years ago. Tyler Thornburg just a couple years ago. It's one of the benefits of having a team just 90 miles up the road, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one of the things I did today in preparation for coming up here tonight. In fact, there's 12. 12 of the 40-man roster have played one game for the Timber Rattlers. And, when you're looking at more than 25% of your roster having come through the system, and we've not been here that many years now. So I think it speaks well to the development staff, the scouting staff, and, of course, the people here in Appleton are tremendous supporters.
Yeah, and I believe you were over at the stadium. You got to see some of the renovation today, if I'm not mistaken?
Sure did. Looks very, very impressive, and I think everybody's going to be excited when they see it on opening day.
And how about this banquet, too? I know you've been here for a few years. Just a great way to promote sports here in Northeast Wisconsin, isn't it?
It is. I think it's one of the better banquets that I get to each year. It's well run, well organized. Everybody's enthusiastic, and it's a pleasure to be here.
So lastly here, what is the message to the fans in 2013? Come on out and support the team?
Well, we're going to build on the hope and promise we saw last August and September. I think it was exciting baseball. I know fans here in Wisconsin, we want to win, but if you're not going to win, they want effort, and you're clearly going to get that out of the bunch we have now.
Outstanding. Gord, great having you on here again. Welcome back to Appleton. Enjoy the night, all right?
My pleasure. Thank you.